Good morning, and I'm doing my studies in Gospel according to Mark chapter 10. Have you noticed sometimes people ask questions which are inherently wrong question? There is no right answer for a wrong question. If they are coming with the wrong presuppositions, either logically wrong or theologically wrong. Say, for example, if I ask you a question, when did you return from America? You will not be able to answer if you have never been to America. People ask such questions. Why God causes wicked people to prosper? Why God is silent when righteous people suffer? All kinds of questions. And we need to ponder about the question first before we jump into answering those questions. Similar is the case here. A young man comes, beginning at verse 17 in Mark Gospel according to chapter 10, in verse 17.
Subscribe our channel and hit the bell icon so you will receive more notification.
As Jesus started on his way, a man ran up to him and fell on his knees before him. Good teacher, he asked, what must I do to inherit eternal life? What must I do to inherit eternal life? Verse 18. Why do you call me good? Jesus answered. No one is good except God alone. You know the commandments. Do not murder, do not commit adultery, do not steal, do not give false testimony, do not defraud, honor your father and mother. Teacher, he declared, all these I have kept since I was a boy. Jesus looked at him and loved him. One thing you lack, he said. Go, sell everything you have and give to the poor, and you will have treasure in heaven. Then come, follow me. At this, the man's face fell. He went away sad because he had great wealth. He came with a question, what must I do to inherit eternal life? It's an incorrect question. He had come with the presuppositions. What kind of presuppositions? That he can do something to inherit eternal life. He had so much of faith in his ability. Faith in the wealth, sometimes we have. Faith in the people around us. Faith in the system. When you have such faith, not in the right place, in a wrong place, then you cannot inherit eternal life. Jesus was basically not answering his question. Sometimes we should not answer the question. Rather, we should ask the question, why do you call me good? He needed to understand that he had put his faith in wrong place. It is important that he should put faith in God rather than in himself. What must I do? Or in the wealth. That's why he had to return with a sad face. His face fell down and he returned. In verse 27 later on, Jesus says, Jesus looked at them and said, with man this is impossible, but not with God. All things are possible with God. One must come with absolute faith in God. Christianity is a way of faith. Where do we put our faith? We put our faith in Jesus Christ, God the Creator, who sent His only begotten Son, in whom we put all our trust, because He is the only way, the life, and He is the truth. We need to put our faith in Him. But sometimes people do not get it. Even some of us who have walked through a long pilgrimage, we fail to understand. Peter had the same problem. As soon as Jesus said, with man this is impossible, but not with God, all things are possible with God, Peter immediately responded in verse 28, we have left everything to follow you. He still had faith in himself. He says, we left everything to follow you. He was bragging about his ability, what he has done. And you know the story, what happened. Peter was so much confident upon himself I will never leave you, Jesus. Others might leave. You are the Christ. He had complete, absolute faith in himself. And so he had a disaster. When the time of test came, he failed. But thank God that Jesus had promised. He had already prayed for him. He had a way to return. May God help us to put our faith in the right place. And when people come to us with a wrong question pregnant with presuppositions and wrong theology, may God give us wisdom to understand the question and not simply reply, but help the person who is asking the questions to correct his presuppositions. May God bless you. A wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Subscribe our channel and hit the bell icon so you will receive more notification.